Alright, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory unto the true and living power, which is Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakah Kadash. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai is the true name of His only begotten Son. I want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and honors and salutations to the elect Akim doing these works in sincerity and in truth. Okay? And I'm going to entitle this lesson, man, Esau, you will pay. Okay? Esau, man, you're gonna pay, man. Thus saith the Lord. Alright? So let me just get some Esau scriptures, man. Any one of them will do. Alright, let's go into Obadiah, man. Okay? Because, matter of fact, let me start off with that. Right? Jump around here because Esau, you will pay, man. You know, and the inspiration from of this lesson came from pretty much, just to give you a quick backdrop, man. You know, pretty much one of the jobs I do is as a truck driver, and I of course I have a helper, and my helper, whatever, he said he wasn't feeling good, whatever. So he wanted to know if he could stay in the warehouse. So I had to choose between two other guys in the warehouse to be my helper, which was one, an Ephraimite, straight up Ephraimite, and another straight up Judite. Now I say, hey, I'm taking, the Judite, whatever. They both wanted to go. They both wanted to go with me. They don't want to stay in the warehouse, whatever. So I say, I'm taking the Judite. My mind was made up. I'm like, I'm taking the Judite. Come on, we out, whatever. I was all joking, and so we all in good spirits or whatever, but pretty much, I took the Judite because I worked with him before, worked with him longer, know he's better, he knows the product's better and shit, we can get the job done faster, it's my same age as well, listen to the same music and whatever. But pretty much the Ephraimite was like, oh man, you taking him because he's black, He said, yo, he was joking. He said, yo, you taking him because he's black, man. That's fucked up, man. And then the Judite goes, yeah, man, keep all the Puerto Ricans in the warehouse. Which we all joking. We all Israel, they don't know it. But, yo, man, that shit, that's like fucking broke my heart, man. I was like, I took offense to it, man. Not to him, but to Esau. I took very much offense to that, man. Okay? Because in my mind, I'm like, damn, man, we all Israelites, man. But in his mind, we're separate people. Look, they over there and we over here. We Spanish and they black. That's what it is in his mind, man. But at the end, now, if he would have said it on a tribal thing, then it would have been more spiritual, okay? And it would have been a better situation. Like, oh, you taking him because he a Judite, whatever. Which he thinks I'm a Judite. Then I would have been one thing, but that's not where his mindset is. His mind says he thinks we're totally different people, man. Okay? Which inspired me to do this lesson, man, because this goes back to Esau, man. This goes back to that piece of S word, Esau, the so-called white man. Right? So that's one of the things that you're gonna have to pay for, man. Right, so this is Obadiah 1:18. It says, in the house of Jacob shall be a fire, in the house of Joseph a flame. You see that? So we're going to link back up. Right? Because right now, you so-called Hispanics think that the so-called blacks are a completely different nation. That's like pretty much they think so-called Hispanics and so-called blacks are like comparing so-called Chinese to a damn African, to so-called Africans, which are Hamites. You take a so-called African Hamite standing next to a so-called Chinese, which is a Moabite, and you obviously can tell that these are two completely different nations, two completely different people, and that's the same thing they got in their head. That we are two completely separate people, man. And that's fucked up, man. Because we're all Israelites. We all go back to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. The 12 tribes of Israel. We are all one family, man. That's why King David even said, oh, bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. Okay, we all got the same history, the same bloodline, the same heritage. We're going to link back up. We all got the same homeland, which is Israel. We're all the same people, man. So yeah, that shit kind of got me down, man. You know? Because we're the 12 tribes of Israel, man. We all got the same forefathers, man. You know, our forefathers was all brothers, man. Okay? Simeon, Levi, Benjamin, Judah. Alright, Gad, and so forth, man. So Esau, you got to pay for that shit, right? Obadiah 1:18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame. Right, the northern and southern kingdom now. Right? And the house of Esau for stubble. You see? Meaning that's your ass, man. We're gonna straight up devour you, man. You have a lot to pay for even besides that. You know, it's gonna be a scary thing to be an Edomite in that day. It really is, man. Why? Because you're the border of wickedness. It's gonna be a terrible thing to be an Edomite in that day. Old, young, whatever. Because even the scriptures say, they let me just get that real quick and come back. I believe that's Isaiah. Let me just search it real quick for time's sake. Mercy. Isaiah 47:6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance. Right, because he gave us over unto the Edomites, the worst of all the heathen, who did homosexual acts to us. You know, straight up committed adultery upon us, made us commit adultery with each other just to amp up fights. You know, he did a whole lot, man. So we became polluted under the rulership of Esau. Right? Our people are more homosexual than ever, probably. Our kids are more of bastards more than ever under Esau. And nigglets and spicks. It says, and giving them into thine hand. See? In whose hand? Esau. You so-called Edomites. You so-called white people. Was we not under your hand? Did you not have us in slavery? Starting with the northern kingdom? A lot of you so-called Hispanics don't know that. You guys were the first fucking slaves, man. You guys were the first slaves. But you'll look at a so-called Negro like he ain't shit because his forefathers were slaves. You guys were the first slaves, man. But that's why Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. And I'm fucking sick of it. So I'm sure as hell the Lord is sick of it. How much more is the Lord sick of it, man? Sick of our people not wanting to get right. It says, thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke, even upon the elderly. So guess what? Come to the kingdom, even the elderly is going to be getting their ass wet. What you think? You're going to get treated something special? You didn't treat our elderly special. You ain't treating them special to this fucking day. Okay? I'm sure every single so-called Negro, Latino, and Native got some grandparents I saw them cooked up on Esau's damn medications, man. Alright? So it's a lot that you have to pay for, man. Especially that. You know, our people... Matter of fact, yeah, let me get Obadiah and then get some scriptures on how our people are gonna link back up. You know, cause that's, hey man, like the scriptures say. You know, roughly paraphrasing, when you first eat it, it tastes like honey, but then it gets bitter. You know, and that's the spirit because, hey, when I first found that out, everybody's on fire. I actually printed out the 12 tribes chart, and I was out there in Allentown, PA, and out in the Poconos, and I was just passing it out to everybody, man. Anybody who had ears, man. He that had ears, let him hear. Okay? So I was just giving it to anybody, man. But then, eventually it gets bitter, because I was like, damn. They really don't know. And it's because of fucking Esau, man. Right? So it says, back in Obadiah 1:18, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, right? Because so-called Hispanics and natives are going to get back on it, and they're going to feel that same energy. Like, yo, you separated us from our brothers, man. You separated us from our heritage. We're going to fuck you up for that. And that's exactly what's going to happen. And another thing, you Edomites that you think you're cool, you're really an Edomite, you're not a Jake, and you said you have nothing to do with that, guess what? You still have to pay. Hey, the scriptures say 2/3 of our people was born in vain. So how much more does your life not count? Scriptures also say the Lord likened you guys unto spit. What is spit worth? Spit is nothing, man. So you guys ain't shit. It ain't no sweat off the Lord's back to send y'all in slavery, man, for y'all forefathers. Right? So it just sucks to be you, man. Why you think the apostles say max out your credit cards? But let me continue to read on. It says, and there shall not be any. And if you look at that, if you look closely at that word any, it kind of looks like it's in a fancy lettering, man. As compared to the rest of that verse. So the Lord is letting you know. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it. You see? When you guys are done, you're going to get burnt up after 1,000 years of slavery, and there's not going to be any of you remaining, man. And then what's going to happen? And they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, and they of the plain the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim, and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead. Okay? So let me get one more scripture, and end it off with this one more scripture, man. Let me just search it for time's sake again. Yeah, man, because that shit I was like, damn, man, And now we use wisdom, so you give him a little dose of the truth, but you don't want to full-fledged. Because what if he hates the truth, man? Okay, you want to tell people, but now we get seasoned, and you give him a little doses just to test him. Okay, let him see what he thinks. Get him talking about the so-called white man. See if he got what he thinks about it. If you say, hey, we all human at the end of the day, well then, oh well, man. But if he got something to say, then you can tell him a little bit more. Right, so I'm going to end it off with this. Zechariah 9:13. It says, when I have bent Judah for me, filled the bowl with Ephraim, right? Fuck it, man. Just got off plantation, man, overnight. Right? But what? A bow and arrow, you need them together. Okay? You can get a full use out of a bow and arrow when you put them together, man. The next thing you know, you got yourself a full-fledged weapon. Right? So we're going to come together, and we're going to be a full-fledged weapon unto our enemies, man. When we link back up. It's going to happen, man. It's right here in the scriptures, and that's going to be beautiful, man. Hell, it's happening now. It says, and raised up thy sons, O Zion. Right? Because Zion's going into the Israelites. Right? So the sons of of Israel is going to be raised up. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and natives. Y'all going to be raised up. We're going to get back together. And we're going to be raised up, stand on our feet to fight up against who? Against thy sons, O Greece. Right? Representing you Edomites. They're going to be raised up too. Meaning what? This is going into race wars. But during the midst of the race wars, we're going to link back up with our brothers. It made thee as the sword of a mighty man. Man, so when we link back up, we're going to be like the sword of a mighty man. If you want an example, check out Troy. Achilles, he was like a mighty man. Just slaying hella amounts of people. If you want a visual image. So we're going to be like unto that times 20 unto you Edomites, man. It's over for y'all, man. So run and hide, Esau. Alright, because the Lord hath spoken it. Alright, so shalom.